Okay folks, I don't know how this one's going to work out. It looks like it's going to be a minimalist, challenging piece. Let's see how we make it work, if we can make it work folks. I'm going to take out the black for this one. This will be a different one. We haven't done one of these for a while, so just doing colour without black. So this will be an interesting one. See, we're not using red. I'm going to go with blue, the depression and anxiety colour. The hue, we're going to leave that for now. Okay, let's see what we have here. It is a spring. Yeah, what's left of it, fucked up spring, folks. So we're going to just put it here in the corner. I don't know how it's going to work, if it's going to work at all. If this is going to be something that's going to look good, if it's going to look like a bum note. We'll soon find out. Yeah, it looks a bit shit. Looks interesting though. It does have an interesting look to it, I guess. I do think I'm going to move it up a bit. At least it's not as minimalist as I thought it would be, but it looks very blue without anything else in it. I think we got it too close, too far. Is it too close to the edge? Which way is it going, I'm wondering. Maybe we'll move it down a bit. And we're going to just go back here. Going to maybe apply some hue for something a little bit better. I'm just going to warm it up. Yeah, I think I moved it up too far. It's got to come down. It's looking really blue. Gonna move it down. Move it up, should I say. Gonna move it up. I don't think the hue is really doing much. I think we might darken it a bit. Yeah, that's better. The positioning's better, but it's too dark now. I do think this version's better, this lighter version. And this looks a bit too dark. Going to change the hue again, make it at the other extreme, the cooler extreme. yeah, folks, I'm trying to get recognised as a photocopier artist, as well as getting in touch with my partner Luigi, who I really miss. That's come up looking really quite interesting. Who I really miss. I really miss my partner, and I don't know where he is. So I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news. And speaking of spring, I want my springtime, as in the season of spring. It's a pun, folks. Get it? Spring, as in, yeah. I want to be with Luigi by this spring. I don't want to wait anymore. I've been working on this TV campaign now for more than 12 years. So you get the idea that it's getting a bit long in the tooth and a bit wearing. Being away from my friend, not having a friend to talk to or a companion. I really need to be in touch with him, and I just don't know where he is. I'm just wondering if we're going to do that dot matrix like that, or we're going to use it in this second piece. But I really miss my friend Luigi, and I don't know just where he is. I don't know where he is, folks, so I'm trying my best to get in touch, and I don't know how I'm going to find him and when I'm going to find him. I really wish I knew, should I say. I wish I knew where he is, where he's gotten to. He's really someone I need to be with. I'm lonely, and loneliness kills like 15 cigarettes a day. Chronic loneliness is more destructive than obesity, more deadly than obesity, should I say. So, I'm really living on borrowed time, folks. I'm not going to be very well if I have to keep dealing with loneliness on such a level that I've experienced. If you've never known what chronic loneliness is, you don't know what you're fucking not missing, folks. You don't know what you're fucking not missing. You're missing out on misery. It's misery, folks. Fucking misery. Loneliness is misery, right? And it's grinding. It's like poverty, it's grinding. It's like poverty, folks. Basically, a person like me is poor in social life. I live you could say it's a social form of poverty. You could describe it like that, folks. It's a form of poverty. And like poverty, it's highly destructive. Very, 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 very destructive. It's an extreme. You just don't want to go there, folks. You just don't want to go there. You don't want to be like that, folks. So if you've never experienced loneliness, you're not missing anything, folks. You're not missing out on anything. It's not like being alone. If you're happy with being alone, well, loneliness isn't going to happen. It's only when what you want is not being satisfied. Like if you want a friend, being loneliness is not what you want. So you want a friend, you want to be with someone, you want to be with a friend, you want to have a companionship, you want to be able to talk and not talk to yourself and keep your own fucking pathetic company. Well, yeah, that's when loneliness is real, and it's not in the imagination, folks. It's not in your imagination. If you're feeling lonely, you're not alone, folks, without making it into a pun. So yeah, that's really hard. And I did some stupid things when I was young, and I'm now living to regret, folks. Now, I don't know where my friend is, where Luigi's gotten to. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm really finding the loneliness is grinding me up. It's really hurting me. I've had problems with loneliness since I was about 3 or 4 years old. I never felt my family was a real companionship family. This has come out looking really quite interesting, this yellow. But yeah, I just never felt a sense of real, true companionship, folks. So I've really been grinding away at the loneliness for that long, folks. and I don't know how to stop it except to get on the 6 o'clock news and hope to find where my partner Luigi has gotten to, where he is, where he's gone to. This is shit. This one's looking shit. So yeah, you know, and I used to have a group of friends. I used to go to church and fellowship when I was young, and my so-called church friends left me in the lurch. You know, just because they're Christian doesn't make them nice, necessarily. So, you know, they left me in the lurch, and that's what's triggered this you could say, yeah, downward spiral of loneliness that I've lived with now for nearly 2 decades. I haven't had a friend, I haven't had and Luigi is the only person who I trust from church. Not from the church I went to, but he's a Christian as well, and I'm a Christian too, but I'm an unchurched Christian. So I don't go to church. I don't feel that people at church are really nice to people like myself or even Luigi. I believe in the Easter and the Christian message, in the Christmas message. So I'm just differentiating myself from someone who calls themselves a Christian but doesn't practice or doesn't believe, but they just call themselves a Christian because they think it sounds good, or it's not. I am a Christian, folks. I know that people in the church would question that because they think people who are passionate about something, my passion is photocopiers, as you can see, that they don't seem to think that they're real Christians. They think that they're heathen, they're idolaters. You know, that's bullshit. You know, it's bullshit. You need passion. What about people, the great composers like Johann Sebastian Bach? If he wasn't passionate about composing, he wouldn't have created what he created that we can enjoy today. So, you know, orchestral music. So to be an orchestral music practitioner, you had to be passionate, and Johann Sebastian Bach was a devout Christian. So what's so fucking different about nowadays? You know, people have just lost it, folks. But, you know, I'm not going to fucking give up my photocopiers just because of them. I'm going to fucking just be myself and be who I am, and I know my God looks after me. You know, if you believe in a God, folks, don't be discouraged in believing in a God. You know, even if it's not the same one as the bitches at church believe. But I don't want to get religious with you or preach. This is not a preaching zone, so I'll just end it there. Yeah, so let's see how we go with this. And that's come up looking really quite interesting. It's minimalist, but it's interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.